Hi, YouTube. Yeah. So I have the questions here for you guys, and we can start. So the topic today is about credit cards, and I didn't make the questions at all, but it was there, and then I just came here with these questions. But I think it's a great topic, actually. I think it's cool to talk about it because we can talk about a lot of things related to this. So, consumism and I don't know, things that you buy and things that you like. So, it's a specific topic, but we can talk about a lot of things at the same time. So, I think it's nice. And yeah, can you guys see the questions in the chat?
Yeah.
So, yeah, the first question, let's start then. The first question is how many credit cards do you have? And let me change the question. Do you want to have more credit cards or you think it's enough? What do you think? Sarah, can you start?
Yeah, of course. I only have one. I don't think about having another one because right now it suits me, the credit card that I have. But I would like to have the option to receive more miles. So you can use to travel. My credit card is basic. The purple one, I won't say any names because they aren't paying me anything. But it's only the basic. I only pay for the things that I buy, like a invoice. You pay, you don't have taxes or something like that for this. Looking on this side, it's good, but it could have more benefits, like I mentioned about traveling or getting discounts on some places or education. So I would change because of this. But right now, it's good enough.
Yeah, but yeah, I think too. Like, I think I have only one too, and I think that I wouldn't like to have more credit cards, but another one that have more, I don't know, benefits, like you said. So it's not that I would like to have five or seven, but only one that is have better things. So Belle, what about you? What do you?
So I have two credit cards, but I just would use one. The other it's just for necessity, yeah, in case of I lose my first credit card, and I just use one because I like it to have the control, yeah, about my bills, because sometimes when we have a credit card, we have a credit to use a lot of money, but sometimes we don't have that money, yeah. So it's important have a control about that. So because of that, I just use one credit card, and sometimes I control about the how many money I need spend. Yeah. And that's it. I have two, but I just use one.
Yeah. So yeah, I can see. So yeah, let's go to question two then. And for you, what do you like most about credit cards and less about credit cards? Like, what do you like more and what do you like less about credit cards? So, Sarah, can you start?
Yes. For me, the best part is that you can buy more expensive things, like, I don't know, a computer or a cell phone. At least for me, I can't buy it just paying all at once. So that's the advantage for me. And the downside, it can be really tricky. You can like Belle said, you can get excited. Oh my gosh. Sometimes I get the warning, oh, we're gonna raise your limit to, I don't know, 4,000, but I don't make 4,000, so I won't accept it. But some people can get a little delusional about it. you know. So you have to be careful and be aware of how much money you can spend, and but it's not the guilt of the credit card, but your attitude, you know? Or maybe it is about because they want to make more money and charge you with taxes, juros, I forgot how to say it. But yeah, you have to pay attention and just spend the amount you can afford, you know?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, so Belle, what about you? What do you like most and least about credit cards?
Yeah, I think I like it because it's very practical. Yeah, use the credit card. For example, all the days I don't use money. Normally, I don't have money or cash in my in my life. I just use the credit card, and I like because it's very practical. Yeah, all the persons use the credit card, but today we have a transfer like a Pix. Yeah, so I don't use credit card a lot of just the difference is because Pix we need to have money, cash, yeah, real cash. And about credit card, sometimes you don't have money, you just need pay the bill in the future. But it's good for us, but we need to have a control about the bills because sometimes you will spend a lot of money and you need to pay that, yeah. So, but it's that. It's good because it's more practical and you can use the money, the future money, but you need pay in the future. So you need to have control about that. It's very important.
Yeah, I agree with you, girls. I think that Belle said, I think that the fix thing is getting like nowadays it's really easy for us. Like you don't need to have cash in your hands, like you just pay it the things like really fast. So when you don't have money with you, you can buy it by your cell phone. So you're always with your cell phone. So I think it's easier. And but yeah, I agree that the credit cards has this thing that you can buy it later, so you don't need to buy everything by one time. And yeah, I think that's the difference. And that's why still, even though we have the fixed thing, we still need credit cards sometimes because sometimes we need to pay it little by little. So yeah, it depends on what you buy. And I agree that credit cards are really tricky. So if you're not careful, you'll be in a difficult situation. And yeah, the fourth question is, in what ways are credit cards better than cash for you? For example, for me, I couldn't imagine me buying something that is really expensive only with cash. I would be like, with this thousands of money, and okay, let me buy in one turn. It's like really hard, you know. And so it's also dangerous to go outside with a lot of money without knowing where you go, and you know it's hard. So I think it's more safe to have the credit card, but still it's dangerous because we still have those problems, because there are people that come and get your code and go and enter your account, and you know what I'm talking about. And yeah, but I think with cash it would be more dangerous, even more dangerous than it is. And what about you, Belle?
Yeah, I totally agree with you. It's good to think about that because but it can be a trick, yeah, because when you have just a credit card and okay, I will buy that's clothes for me or that's thing for me. Yeah, you don't can see how much money you will spend, yeah, buy that thing. So when you have a money in your hands, it's more hard do you spend that money, yeah, because you can see the money, you can see, and when you use the credit card, it's not possible. But the other thing, in my opinion, the credit card is better than cash. It's because sometimes you can split the value of the different things, yeah. For example, you will buy, I don't know, something do you want. So it's possible you just pay that thing month each month, yeah, without fees, yeah, without fees. I don't know if that's the correct pronunciation, but it's good for us because if you have a good control or management your money, that can be good for you because you can use that thing and will pay with the time, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's for me the better thing for credit cards. Like you can split what you have to pay and you don't have to pay everything by one day. So yeah, I think that's why it's better. And it's not like you can't, like I said, you can't put it on like a Pix, for example. In a Pix, you have to pay only by one day. And then I think that's why credit cards you can substitute because you can substitute the this thing of paying little by little. So Sarah, what about you? What do you think?
Yeah, for sure, it's better in some ways, but I prefer have the money, to I could use the credit card, but with the money to pay for the bill later, So it's important to manage this, how much you make monthly, and I would say that it is better because it's you have a register of the things you buy, and sometimes if you get scammed, you can prove you didn't buy something, or you have ways to know, because with money sometimes you give the money and it's over. You have no proof. Some stores don't have a organized system. For example, use it's not so common nowadays, but you still have some places where they don't keep a register the way they should, with everything writing down. So I would say it's better if you can prove how you spent your money, especially for the situations with scams or something with I don't know, a dangerous situation. You can prove where your money went. And 3 people here in my house had the credit card cloned. I don't know, and only me. I was the only person who got safe. I don't know. People don't think I have money. That's good, but
I
you have
want to be
to.
like you, Sarah, because
I have never been through the situation. Have you been? Have you?
Thank God, no.
normally I use the credit card and after I will think, oh, I need to pay that. It's not
Yeah.
good, but
Yeah, I think that that's one thing that it's the worst for me for credit cards, that you can be cloned, so they can do this with you, and then yeah, you're, I want to say, I won't say the bad word, but you're I won't say that. Anyway,
And here oh, sorry, go ahead.
no, go.
I was just going to say they are so, I don't know, lazy because they use iFood, Netflix, only the best life they have with our money, so it's a shame. It is terrible.
So, yeah, the next question that I was going to say is, do credit cards make you buy more things in general? Like, I think, like Belle said, I think that when you don't see the physical money, you see numbers, and then I don't know, psychologically, you just spend more because you just see the numbers, the little numbers, and you, okay, and then more, and then you can split the price you pay. So it's, I don't know, it's easier for us to buy things like this. So I think it happens that we buy more things when you have credit cards in general. But yeah, I think if we had the physical money, we wouldn't spend it like this. So, Belle, what about you? Do you think that credit cards, they make you buy more things?
Yeah, I'm sorry, girls. It's my connection. I think it's not so good, but yeah, I totally agree. Because I have sure about that because, for example, I have credit card and my limit of spend that money it's so high, yeah, and I don't receive every month the same value, yeah. So it's when I open my app at the bank, for example, oh my gosh, I have a lot of credit for me, so I'm able to use all that money, but I don't have that money. So sometimes in my mind, I'm able to use that, but I need to think, oh, in the next month, I need to pay that. Yeah. But normally that can be change or involve or interfere in my emotionals, yeah, because, and sometimes I will spend uh, money or buy more things, and I need to have a control like Sarah, because Sarah just use the credit card when have the cash in your hands. Yeah, Sarah, that's it.
Like it is, I'm sure that I'm going to have the money for until the payday, you know. So that's when I use.
Yeah, it's like you have like a plan on how much you earn and then how much you spend per month. So I think it's better to plan yourself and to prepare yourself for that. Like sometimes we just buy it without thinking, and then we can't buy everything per month that we bought later before. So Sarah, what about you? Do you
Yeah,
usually spend money with more money with credit cards?
yes, I think when I first got my credit card, I got excited, you know, I got carried away. But lately, I've been way more controlled because I don't like to spend everything that I make with credit card because it's like, oh, I have money, and 5 minutes later I have no money at all. So I prefer to keep something, you know. But I would say it makes me spend more because sometimes I don't even bring my credit card if I know there is something that I have to buy, and I have the money for it depending on the time of the month. It is like I buy with credit card and I have to pay my bill in 3 days. I prefer to just buy with cash or Pix or whatever because it's no, it won't make such a difference, and I would be okay. It's over now. You know, sometimes I don't even ask for the paper because you have everything on the app today, and it's easier. Just uh, get over with the pain of getting your money, you know, giving your money to other people, and okay, next month you're free to go to spend the money with other things.
Yeah, I think you're really careful with your money, and that's also like because for my example, I spend my money and then I see it going, and then after by the end of the month I'm like, where did I spend this money? Because it goes like without like, it's really easy. So I think sometimes nowadays I'm like more careful with what I pay for, because like I want to have this you know, how can I say? I want to know where I paid it for, like, because it goes really easy for me. I don't know why. So I'm trying to be more careful with my money. So yeah, I think it's important. And yeah, the sixth question is, do you think credit cards will replace cash one day? And I think this question is old-fashioned because nowadays Pix will replace cash and credit cards. I don't think credit cards will be substituted by something, at least for now, because credit cards are a little bit different than those things, but only if they create a Pix for credit cards, like for a situation like credit cards. So what do you think, Belle? What do you think about it?
Yeah, I totally agree with you because it's different. Yeah, you can use in the different way. And for me, the Pix can be replace the money or the cash. And it's normally today, yeah. But the credit card, it's different. It's like a contract, yeah, because it's your name involve your money, and the companies, the other shops will trust in you to pay that, but just use the credit card for that. Yeah, it's something like that for me. And I think we use the credit card in the future. Maybe it's not a card, but maybe a app or a digital things. I don't know, a QR code. I don't know. Different things like technological, but in the same conception. Yeah, because the credit card, it's good because, for example, I can buy my phone and will pay in the other months. Yeah, in the future I will split the price and it will pay, and I can use that money for other things, or I can will win the points for change for other things like a travel, or yeah, or other benefits. So the credit card, it's amazing because of that, and it's different like a cash. Yeah, you can use like a cash, but it's more smart for you use the credit card in different way. Yeah, for different things. It's, I think it's that.
Yeah, I think, yeah, I agree that maybe they are gonna create an app to use like credit card, because it's like everything is changing to the internet and to the online things, so we don't have the physical things anymore. Like it's hard to like to have a book by your hands, you know. It's hard, we see things online, and it's hard to nowadays the schools are changing for online classes,
Yeah.
so everything is becoming
For-
online.
For example, when you buy something, use your smartphone, you don't need the credit card to in your hands. You just need the information, yeah, like a numbers or code, just that. And sometimes I have in all my apps, I have the information, credit card informations, and just that information, it's important. The physical credit card, it's just when I will use outside, maybe.
Yeah, I agree. I think they are gonna create an app or something like this that maybe like with this, how can I say this in English? Like when you touch one phone with another or something like this, you know what I mean? And then, you know, and then you transfer the money. Maybe something like this. I don't know. So Sarah, what about you? What do you think are the changes for the future?
Yeah, really good. A really good conversation because we can think about the robots and everything, you know. And last month, I went out with my friend and he used the cell phone to pay for acai. He used an app with his cell phone. And I used my credit card and he was like, oh, you still use this thing? I was like, yes. So it's we already have other options to the physical credit card, you know. And I don't think it will replace money entirely. I think Pix will become even bigger, you know, in the next years. But yes, it's really good when you have to pay for something more expensive, like I said. And I think we have to get used to the new technologies. For example, my dad sometimes can you lend me 10 reais? And I'm like, oh, dad, I have no money. I can make you a Pix, but I don't have cash in my hands. Sometimes I need when I need to get the bus, for example, here, use a card or money to pay, so you can do a Pix. So it's really boring for me because I have to go to the bank or to a ATM machine to withdraw the money. But I think the credit card is going to be it's already our everyday life, and maybe we will have other options to pay, but we all here in Brazil, it is our reality. I think in other countries they don't have a lot of installments like we have here. We can split in 12 installments or even more. And I'm afraid of this because I want to go to Europe someday and I can't split my things. It's really hard. But maybe the salary gives you the condition to pay everything like this, you know, maybe. I don't know. That's it. Sorry, I talked too much.
No, that's awesome. Please talk,
Yeah,
guys.
it's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing. Talk. So, yeah, I agree. And like you said, I don't think that like abroad they usually split the money in 12. You know, I think that's because of the salary, maybe like you said, like here we need to split it because our salary you can't buy everything you want like this. So yeah, I think it's easier for us. But I don't know, maybe when you have more money, you buy it by one turn. You don't need to split it. Imagine, oh, I can buy a car by it's like it's really crazy because it's not my reality at all. So yeah, I think maybe in countries that they have like they usually receive more money per their salary is better, maybe they don't need to split in 12, they split in 6 or 5, you know. I think, I don't know, but maybe. So yeah. So what do you think of the interest charges on credit cards? The seventh question. So, Belle, what do you have to say about it?
Charge, it's like what's the charge? It's not a change. It's what do you think it's interest charge? It's like a challenge. I don't know the name. I don't understand the charge. Can you explain? Charge.
I'm searching. I'm searching. And in Google.
Yeah, it's like a bill, maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's because, for example, by the way, today my bill and my credit card will close. Yeah. So I can start use my new limit for just to pay in the next month. So it's interesting for me because my life maybe will be involve my change of the bills. Yeah. So for example, yeah, it's something like that because okay, in today, for example, I can start buy different things for just to pay in December, for example, because all the other things that I bought in the last month or before, I will pay in November. Yeah, it's something like that. I think it's interesting for me, and sometimes it's interesting split the price of my things. Yeah, for example, I need buy a new phone. So, but I don't have money now because I'm not expected to use that money for change my phone, for example. So I will buy and I just will pay in small prices. Yeah, maybe 10 times or 12 times without fears. And that it's good for me and it's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. Like when you like it's like Sarah said, like if you plan your money in what you earn per month and what you spend per month, then everything is fine. Like if you plan yourself, it's awesome that you can split. I think it's great, because sometimes you don't like you can't buy, for example, a phone or a computer in one time for this month, and then you need it for now. Like nowadays we can live without a cell phone, for example, because we have to work, we have to do things, so everything is by WhatsApp and things. So if you don't have your money, a phone for the moment, like you don't know what you can do. So you need this phone. So if you can't split the things for this month, like you can buy it. So I think it's interesting when you have this opportunity and if you plan yourself for the month. So Sarah, what about you?
Yes, I'm here. I'm with you because you have some things you have to pay every month, like the groceries or water and energy. So power, I think it's power. So it is important to, if you are buying something that is a one time thing, you won't buy a phone every month, so you can split. But this is something like you buy something that it is 1,000 reais, for example, and you have to pay 1,100 because of the fees. As a consumer, as a customer, it's it's a bummer, but sometimes I think it is worth it, especially because you have this condition. And if I had a store that they have the taxes to pay to the machine, to the company like Cielo or Stone who make these transactions. So I think it is fair because you are not paying them all at once. So, but sometimes the fees are too high, so maybe you should find a balance to not scare the customers, But the fees, because you have to pay for everything to structure the store and so on. But find the place where it's fair to the customer to pay. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. Like sometimes the fees are really high, and like even I think for me, like even though you have to pay more with by the end, I think like you said, it's a little worthy because you have other things to pay, and then by that month you can pay everything. So yeah, unfortunately we have the fees, but yeah, it's like a condition or something like this. So yeah. Yeah, the eighth question is, why do you think credit card companies charge such high interest, like we talked about? So, Belle, can you answer this one? Why do you think that?
Yeah, I think it's because the companies need to get money. Yeah, so it's the way to get money, and the companies like trust in you and use your own money to pay something for the company, other company, yeah, for the store, for example, and will trust in you that you will pay and split prices, for example. So if you don't have money or if you don't pay that, you will pay a fees or other valor because it's one way the company get money. So that's it. I think it's that because the companies need trust in you, and if you don't have money to pay them, he needs get more money for that. I think it's that. I don't understand very well about that, but I know it's very high. Yeah, when if you don't have money to pay your credit card, it's a big problem. It's a trouble in your life.
Yeah. So Sarah, what do you think about it too?
I agree with Belle. It is about trust, but it is also about business. It's like if they only charge you for the thing that you bought, well, you bought something saying or 100 reais, and then they charge you 100 reais, they wouldn't have making profit, more profit, like to pay the structure of the bank and employees and everything that they have to pay. So it is about making the business work. In long story short, that's what I believe.
Yeah, I agree with both of you. I think like they need to make, like you said, the business work. So yeah, it's how it works. Like they need to have this thing, like this, how can I say? I am forgetting the words today. Like they need to have this. Yeah, anyways. I forgot, I really forgot the word. But yeah, they need that. Like you're not understanding anything I'm talking about. They need that. They need that what? What you're talking about. Anyways. Yeah.
Maybe
Forget.
a guarantee?
Yeah,
maybe?
like something like this. Something like this. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I mean. Anyways. Yeah, the next question is, in your case, like personal case, do you pay all of your credit card of every month? Like, or do you let it be? Let it flow? So, Belle.
Yeah, no, I can let it be and don't pay my bills. It's not possible because how can I said before, it's a big problem, yeah. And it's like a nightmare for me. Don't have money to pay my bills. Oh my gosh. No, I need pay credit card every month. And because of that, I'm try have control about my money, about my limits, because how can I said before too, it's hard when you have a lot of limits, or are you able to spend a lot of money, but you need to think, oh, I need have that money in the next month to pay that. So yeah, but I am trying. I never have paid my, yeah, every month I pay my credit card, my bills.
Great answer. The right answer. So, Sarah, what about you?
Yeah, I could never sleep tight if I didn't pay my bills. It's out of question for me, but I sometimes it's hard. I understand that you have some emergency, for example, and you have to pay for something like a healthy problem. You have to spend your money that you aren't planning. But in general, I will always pay, and I try to pay as soon as possible because I can't spend the money with other things. Like I have so much money, but in reality I don't. So it's better to pay your bills, and then the money it's left. It's actually yours. So it's how it works.
Yeah, I agree. I think like if you have an emergency or something, it's like it happens that like you don't pay the things, your bills, for example, a month for something that really happened, like a huge thing. But I think that yeah, as a per month routine, you need to buy your bills. to not have those problems with that, with your money. And you need to plan your money. I think it's important, like Sarah said in the beginning, to plan what you receive and what you buy with things, so not to have problems. Yeah. Let me. Yeah. The last question that we have today is, what are your feelings when you receive the envelope containing your credit card bill? So what do you feel when you see these things? So Belle, what do you feel when you see your credit card bill and you
So
don't know what to
yeah,
do?
today I choose don't receive the bills, yeah, the envelope, physical envelope or bills at my home, and I prefer I have control using the app, yeah, because if I buy something today, I can see in my bill that's how many money I need to pay the next month, for example. But about the feelings, today I have a control. It's okay. I know what I bought and I know how many money I will pay. But in the past, when the bill coming at my home, or I feel, oh my gosh, I was very irresponsible person because I use a lot of money and I need to change that. But today it's more, I have control about that and it's not a problem for me. But it's important all the time you think about that, you think and have control. How many money are you able to spend, yeah, for your health? Because we think because money is important in your life, yeah, you need to have control about that. But today I'm okay about that, but in the past I feel very responsible person.
Yeah, and like what you said, that you see everything online, I think it's better because you can see what you spend easily, and then you can control more what you're going to spend by the month. So I think it's better by that way, because sometimes we buy the things, I can tell it by myself, and we don't notice like that we are spending the money. Then when you see by the end of the month, I'm like, what? Yeah, what did I spend? Like, I don't know where or how. Then I need to see everything that I spend by the month. So when you have this control, like little by little, it's better to know how you spend and how much you're spending, and to control the things. So I think it's better. So Sarah, what about you?
I'd say this question is outdated as well because envelopes. I've never received an
I
envelope
think,
because
yeah, I didn't make these questions, and like it's like really outdated. Like there was another question here talking about the like credit cards substituting the cash, and we know that the Pix substitute the cash nowadays, and there's not a single question about Pix or anything like this. So yeah.
yeah, but I'm not
Unfortunately.
sorry. I didn't want to be mean, you know. I'm just saying because since I have my credit card, I always received in the app, and it's better because if you get scammed, for example, you can see right away, oh, someone bought this and it wasn't me. So it's important to have this control. And like I said, I don't get the paper like after buying something because it is right there, and it's better to help the planet, and it doesn't make a lot of garbage in my purse. You know, it's so easy for me to put a lot of things in my purse and then forget to take it take it out. So this works pretty well for me to just use the app. But sorry, I was mean about the question.
I didn't made it, like it just was there, and then I okay. let's do I made the questions for this week, and then I put for the next week, and then by this week it was there, and then I just let it be. Okay. So yeah, I didn't make these questions at all, and they just appeared, and yeah, but it was great. I think just a little bit old-fashioned, a little bit outdated. Yeah, but yeah, I think it was interesting. We talked a lot, and we talk about how to be conscious about what you spend. It's important. And yeah, I think we have 5 minutes left. So if you want to say something about this topic, now it's time. So Belle, do you want to say something about this?
No, I just remember because there are a lot of memes, yeah, in the social media, like, oh, I will spend, it's just a 10 reais, 10 reais, and I will pay, I will buy. So all the time you buy something like a little price, and in the final you will pay a lot of money because you don't have control about that. Yeah. So I really like about it because all the time that's happened with me. And that's it. But it's good to think about that because we can be more conscious about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So Sarah, what did you think about this topic?
I was it came to my mind that we see a lot of memes as well talking, oh, I have no money this month, I have to, like, I received the money today and I have nothing left because I already paid for everything. And I think there is a culture we have here to make fun of everything, and when it comes to money we should take it more seriously, you know. It's okay to make memes, I love memes, but I wouldn't like to be the person in memes, you know, in some memes, to be always broken, to can't afford anything, and to be always worried how I'm going to pay for the bills, you know. So okay, laugh, but also control your money. That's my advice.
Yeah, I agree. So yeah, girls. I think, yeah, I love to have all girls today, like only girls. I think it's always great to have this opportunity, and it's really nice to talk to you and to talk about this topic. I think even though I didn't make the questions, I think I've never only talked about credit cards. Like, it's a really specific topic, and we usually talk about different things, like that we have more different more how can I say, a bigger topic to talk about, like, for example, nature or education or things like this. So it's really specific, and I don't think I had the opportunity to talk about it yet here. Like, even though I didn't make the questions, I think it was nice to talk about it. So yeah, so thank you for coming today, and I hope I see you next week
you,
here
guys.
too, if you have the opportunity to come this time. But if you don't, it's okay. But I hope I see you.
Thank you for the conversation.
Yeah, thank
Was a
you.
Bye-bye.
pleasure.
Thank you so